You drink milk from a cow. You put it on cereal. You foam it into lattes. You give it to children and call it healthy. Now picture this. Someone hands you a glass of dog milk. You're disgusted, obviously. But why? It's milk from a mammal. Higher protein than cow milk, more calcium, richer fat content. So what makes one normal and the other unthinkable? That question sounds like a joke, but the answer takes you to some of the strangest places in human history, and it starts with an uncomfortable fact. Chapter 1. You're not supposed to drink milk. Every mammal on Earth produces milk, but only for its young, and only until they can eat solid food. Then the body stops producing lactase, the enzyme that breaks down milk sugar, because there's no reason to keep making it. Milk is baby food. It was never meant for adults. Around 68% of the global population can't comfortably digest a glass of milk. Most of East Asia, most of Africa, most of South America. Every adult mammal on the planet is effectively lactose intolerant, and for most of human history, every adult human was too. Now, if you're in that 68%, you've probably been told to just drink soy milk instead, which is fine, except soy milk isn't milk. There's no lactose in it because there's no milk in it. It's bean water. If we were being honest, we'd call it something closer to nut juice, but nobody wants to pour nut juice on their cereal. So we called it milk, and everyone agreed to never think about it again. But if you can drink actual milk without your stomach turning inside out, you're not normal. You're the mutation. Chapter 2. The Mutation. About 10,000 years ago, humans started domesticating cattle. Not for milk, for meat and labor. Most people couldn't digest raw milk, so they fermented it. Cheese, yogurt. These weren't delicacies. They were a hack, a workaround for a product their bodies couldn't handle. Then, roughly 7,500 years ago, a mutation appeared in early Europe. One change near the LCT gene on chromosome 2, and a handful of people could suddenly keep producing lactase into adulthood. They could drink raw milk without getting sick. Clean calories in an era of constant famine. Hydration when water was unreliable. Fat, protein, sugar, calcium, renewable every single day from an animal you already owned. That mutation spread with shocking speed. Geneticists call it one of the strongest signals of positive natural selection in the entire human genome. Not because people chose milk, because the people who could drink it survived famines that killed everyone else. Chapter 3. Why the cow? Why cow milk specifically? Humans have tried most options. Goat milk, sheep milk, fermented horse milk fueled the Mongol Empire. Camel milk is still a daily staple across North Africa. The cow won for boring reasons: volume, temperament, and diet. A goat gives you a few glasses a day. A cow gives you enough to fill a bathtub every week. They're docile, they stand still, they eat grass, something that grows everywhere and that you can't eat yourself. The cow didn't win because its milk is the best. It won because it's the most scalable. But here's what changes how you look at every carton you've ever bought. A cow only produces milk after giving birth. To keep the supply going, you keep cows pregnant, continuously. A dairy cow spends most of her adult life either pregnant or lactating. The milk in your fridge exists because of a pregnancy you never thought about. Chapter 4. What about dog milk? So what about dog milk? Nutritionally, it's impressive. Twice the protein of cow milk, higher fat, designed to grow a puppy from newborn to fully mobile in 6 weeks. The problem is everything else. A dog produces only enough to feed her litter, with nothing left over. You'd need to be faster than the puppies. The dog would have opinions about this, strong ones. To match the daily output of one cow, you'd need 60 to 80 lactating dogs, all simultaneously nursing, an entire farm, infrastructure, staff. And the dogs would still probably bite everyone involved. Dog milk isn't weird because it's gross. It's impractical because the dog is not a useful dairy animal. The cow is. That's the whole answer. Chapter 5. How milk conquered the world. So Northern Europeans mutated to drink milk. Cows were the ideal source. But that doesn't explain how milk became a global symbol of nutrition, even in populations where most people can't digest it. That part isn't biology. That's politics. When European powers colonized most of the planet, they brought their food systems with them. Systems built around dairy. Milk was the foundation of a healthy diet, not because of universal science, but because it was true for the population that had evolved to digest it. In the 20th century, the American dairy industry turned this into an institution. Subsidized school milk programs, dietary guidelines recommending 3 glasses a day, ad campaigns that made milk synonymous with strong bones and healthy children, all built on research conducted primarily on European-descended populations. The 68% of the world that couldn't digest it, largely invisible in the data. Chapter 6. The real answer. So why don't we drink dog milk? Not because it's disgusting, not because it's unnatural, just because it never worked. Cows were easy, dogs weren't. That's it. One animal fits into human life a certain way, the other absolutely does not. And somewhere along the way, that became normal. If things had gone differently, this would feel weird, and something else wouldn't. But they didn't. So here we are, drinking cow milk, not dog milk. Probably for the best.